ladies and gentlemen. We are live with BPW Defiant. I am Skylar Ashwood, joined tonight by the one and the only Danger Dean.
We have got a massive show for you tonight. How about the BPW Championship on the line? The Livewire Championship on the line. We've got debuts. It is going to be an exciting night, Skylar.
We absolutely do. Killian Krowe making history, ending the over year-long reign of Gino Rivera. We have a new BPW champion. What's he going to have to say? What's he going to do here tonight? There's only one way to find out, and that's to stay tuned right here. We welcome you to BPW Defiant.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battleground Pro Wrestling presents Defiant. It is my pleasure to get to introduce to you tonight your new Battleground Pro Wrestling World Champion, Killian Krowe.
The newly crowned champion, Skylar.
I tell you one thing, get you a man that loves you as much as Greeley, Colorado loves Killian Krowe.
Well, Killian Krowe's got his first title defense. Where do you think his head is at tonight as he enters the arena?
I want to say his head is sky high up in the clouds. You see that little twirl of the belt as he slaps it over his shoulder. I don't think I have ever, as long as I've known him, seen Killian Krowe look this confident, this content.
Well, he has earned the top spot here at BPW, overcoming the odds. And now the champ gonna open up the show. He's got something to say, but first he's got to show off that gorgeous title.
Well, if you spent over a year chasing that goal, that professional goal, that championship, heck yes, you're gonna show it off. And these fans here in Greeley love to see it.
They're eager to hear what Killian has to say. Calling for a microphone.
Give it up for her real quick. Now, you're doing a wonderful job. I kind of want to hear you say that one more time.
And introducing your new Battleground Pro Wrestling World Champion, Killian Krowe!
Oh, nice. He had to hear it twice, Skylar.
Thank you, ma'am.
Absolutely.
All right, I have been sitting for a month after winning this. I've been trying to think of the words to say, trying to thank you guys enough for being behind me, even at a time when I didn't deserve for you to be behind me. Let me sound like a fortune cookie for a second, all right? So life's like a river. Half of us, for most of our life, swim the wrong direction. We're fighting the current. That was me for the longest time. I started swimming the right way, following the current. That's fate. Once I followed my fate, it brought me here. Now, the thing that made me go to the next level was, once you start swimming with the current, what sets you apart is the people who decide to raise a sail. Use the power of the river to push you further. You guys were my sail. So thank you for everything you've done for me to push me to the level of being your world champion. Now, when my opponent got announced, I was super excited, right? First defense. I'm in a good mood. I'm ready to show you why I am where I am. Things changed. My opponent couldn't make it tonight. However, I told you guys I was going to be a fighting champion. I'm a man of my word. So, to anyone in the back that wants a main event shot at my title tonight, come on out here. Let's see who's got it.
How about that? An open challenge
From the brand new champ, and
whoa.
you want to talk about legends.
Well, Skylar, we saw he was advertised for the show, but we didn't know in what capacity Anaya would be here in.
And Anaya's Anaya, if anybody, has the resume to step right up into the main event.
And Anaya says he's going to go back and we're going to redo this again. You better stand on your feet and show him the respect he deserves.
Impressive resume behind this man, and I still don't think that the fans care or they're giving him the reaction that he wanted.
Anaya not happy already as he enters the ring.
Not exactly a great first impression of Greeley, Colorado, but
It's the champ's mic. That's the champ's mic. You can have that one.
The champ's mic. It's the champ's mic. This is the champ's mic. Are you the champ? Are you the champ?
You damn right I am.
You're the champ, the world champ. I tell you what, world champ, this is only Greeley. There's no way this is a world championship. But I tell you one thing, I'm gonna accept your challenge. But tonight, there ain't gonna be an easy way out of this, Bubba.
Wait. Do you guys know who this is?
Hey,
no, the disrespect.
That's fine, baby. Because I am the wild card Anaya, and I am here to wreck some hell, baby. And you're gonna get to know me real well, because I do what I want when I want, and with me, anything will happen.
Shots fired by Anaya as I think we have our main event
Y'all
set
want
for
to see me
tonight.
whoop his butt tonight?
He's got it.
Oh, there it is. I mean, that is as good as a contract. We have our main event of the night.
Killian Krowe versus Anaya for the BPW World Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a night full of action for you. Before then, we have K Davver taking on the debuting Nikki Chase. Jay Camacho going one-on-one with Noelle, and right now, Caleb Crush on his way to the ring.
And introducing first, from Cherry Hill, Colorado, weighing in at 195 pounds, he is Caleb Crush.
Recently, player 177 on Netflix's Squid Game. The man with the six-pack abs, a close confidant of the former champion, Gino Rivera. And now that Gino seems to be out of the picture for now, you gotta wonder, where does this leave Caleb Crush to go?
Well, tonight he's looking to flex that proverbial and literal muscle, and I hope he brings it.
Introducing his opponent, from Denver, Colorado, weighing in at 300 pounds, he is 6'5". He is Dean Mercer.
You don't realize how big Dean Mercer is until you're standing right next to him, and as skilled and as experienced as Caleb Crush is, he's got his work cut out for him with this big man here.
As I was saying, you know, Caleb Crush is out here to flex that proverbial muscle. He's going to have to against a man the stature of Dean Mercer. Another fellow Dean, Skyler.
So we know who you're pulling for in this match.
I could be pulling for Dean, but I like to remain neutral.
I tell you, Caleb Crush is not going to remain neutral with this crowd as he is letting the insults fly, making it known he does not care what they think.
Caleb Crush has never been one to care what the fans think about him or his...
I think he's caring about getting overpowered by Dean Mercer here as Dean backs him into the ropes.
Didn't have much choice there. And he's blaming the audience for that? Come on.
Audience entitled to their opinion. Well, I think Dean Mercer is about to entitle him to a nice little shove across the ring there, followed by a clothesline. A series of clotheslines.
Oh, look at the power of Dean Mercer. I mean,
sidewalk slam into a pin and Caleb Crush out at 1.
if your goal is to go head on with a guy the size of Mercer, I don't think that's quite the wisest plan.
I don't think so either, and I think Caleb Crush has been in the game long enough that he would know this as Mercer backs him into the corner, sliding his face along that rope.
Ah, sweeping the leg. Look at that. Nice maneuver there to get Caleb off of his feet.
Big splash into the corner, into a snapmare.
With authority,
Dean
rolled him all the way back to his feet.
Oh, and there's a kick taking him down. I was just about to say, I don't think I've seen many times in all the years I've known him that someone puts Caleb Crush on the back foot so quick in the opening goings of a match.
Finally, Crush has the opening he was looking for, and this is the side of Caleb Crush you have to plan for.
Absolutely, that foot choke, relentless in the corner as he's chopping down the big man.
Big shots to the face of Mercer. Going for that Irish whip, using his entire body to whip him across the ring, Skylar.
And that beautiful kick in the corner. And you have to use your entire body when you're somebody the size of Caleb Crush going up against a bigger man, bigger opponent like Dean Mercer. As he's kicking him, taking out the leg. That's the logic that we expected to see. Insecurity to the back of the head, drops Dean Mercer.
He's doing a great job here against the 6'5" beast.
Into the pin, was good for a 2.
A lot of precision here.
A lot of precision. Speaking of which, we have our sponsor tonight, Precision Electric and Control. With 36 years in the electrical industry, Precision Electric and Control is the industry leader in PLC, VFD, HMI, and industry controls. They also specialize in installation, maintenance, and repair of industrial and commercial controls and equipment. Visit PECcolorado.com for more information.
As I was saying, the precision of Caleb Crush, able to take the big Mercer off his feet. And I mean, this is quite the showing. The size difference that Caleb gives up, he's able to
absolutely
outmaneuver. And look at this, the roll up into that single crab.
Now that is precision, that is calculation, trying to take the big man off of his feet. Dragging him back to the center of the ropes every time that Dean is reaching for the ropes there. And Dean is just barely able to break the hold.
It's going to be hard keeping Mercer away from those ropes as tall as he is. Again, you're talking 6'5". That wingspan is huge.
Absolutely. Caleb will be wise to keep him grounded, but he's bringing him back to the corner. He's kept him there most of the match, trying to wear him down, chop him down, and I guess turnabout is fair play, as now Caleb's dragging Mercer's face across the ropes.
Uh-oh.
Mercer, sky-high power
Oh,
bomb.
my gosh, a mile high Caleb just went.
I thought he had him there. That was only good for a 2. I think Dean Mercer in just as much disbelief as we are.
The elevation, the height that Caleb just felt, that is impressive. The big man is sizing up Caleb and then
waiting for him to get up, but you got to stay on a guy who is crafty as Caleb Crush, and I guess he's trying to take out Caleb's leg now, lifting him up. Caleb slips out, sends Dean Mercer into the ropes, and a super kick, and that caught him right on the chin.
Beautifully placed kick.
Too close to the ropes there. Again, you talk about the height advantage. You have to get Dean Mercer to the center of the ring if you're going to try to pin him. It's too long, too tall. He's going to get to the ropes. Dropping dropping Crush with that lariat. Very close to a 3 count.
Hitting that clothesline with authority almost cost Crush the match.
Mercer swearing that was 3. As both these men are fighting to get back to their feet, this match is taking a toll on them. Dean Mercer trying to fire up the crowd.
Mercer measuring up Crush. What does he have in store? Oh!
Whatever it was, Caleb had a boot in response to it, and now Caleb is looking to fly.
We could see that huge blockbuster.
Boom!
And there it is.
He got all that blockbuster.
Oh, but unable to get the pin, Skyler.
That's how much this match has taken out of him. And again, he's right there by the ropes. And Dean Mercer getting a foot on the second rope. I see the bottom rope and he was all the time. How often do you see somebody get their foot on the second rope?
He was able to get that pin as soon as he hit the move. We may be talking about Caleb Crush being your winner.
Crush sizing him up. Oh, that was right to the between the legs. Referee saw that. We're gonna have a disqualification.
Right in front of the referee? What's the point of that? Come on.
That is unlike Caleb Crush. He's usually a little more sly than that. But Dean Mercer is gonna go home.
Match by disqualification, Dean Mercer.
Mercer's going home with a victory, not like he wanted to, I can guarantee you that.
I don't understand the motivation. I'm not sure the reason why did Caleb Crush just get himself disqualified. I think we're about to find out.
I know what you're all thinking right now. Disgusting, right? Disgusting and despicable. And I couldn't agree more. The treatment of me in this company. Seems that wins and losses don't matter for Caleb Crush here, so I figured, what's another L on the loser board here tonight? You see, I come to this show originally thinking I'm gonna have a title match. Then I see online I'm wrestling some guy, Deshay. I get here, and no Deshay to be seen. And I know, shocking. Head doesn't happen to be here. Instead, I'm wrestling some 6'5" polar bear. If that doesn't show how much this company is against me, I don't know what is. See, something's got to change here in Battleground. And I'll tell you something, it's not going to be Caleb Crush.
Oh, wow. Big words from Crush there.
Caleb Crush laying down the law as... I mean, he gave up a match here.
He said he's not going to get his way, win or loss, so he's going to go ahead and take the L. This month here at BPW. Makes no sense.
Contest scheduled for one fall.
He may be taking the L here, but who's not going to take the L is these BPW fans. We got tag team action on the way.
Of 353 pounds from Pueblo, Colorado, the exceptional Marcus Johnston. The livest Max Plexx. They are the exception.
That would be the livest Max Plexx. A veteran here in Colorado, joined by Marcus Johnston. Both of them making their BPW debuts tonight. And we're excited to see what these men have in store.
Very lively tag team here between these two competitors.
Very blinged out tag team with that silver chain on Plexx.
And look at that lucky fan right there. I want a vest.
Everybody wants a vest.
I guess I'll wait until next month.
Well, I don't think these guys are going to wait until next month to get in the ring and make something happen. You got one chance to make a first impression. And that's what the challenge these guys face here is tonight.
Both these guys amped and ready for action, but I have to say their opponents are probably feeling the same thing.
First, from Detroit, Michigan at 207 pounds, the sure thing, Drexel. And his partner from Washington, D.C., representing the studio, the strong style cinephile, Sebastion Envi.
I don't know a lot about Sebastion Envi, and I don't know what a cinephile is, but I do know his tag team partner, Drexel, and the man is the living, breathing example of why it's never too late to follow your dreams. Drexel started training about 10 years ago. And then, due to personal circumstances, had to take some time off, and in recent years has come back to finish his story of his dream of professional wrestling.
Well, he's got an opportunity here to prove To the BPW faithful, to the bigwigs here at BPW, they have what it takes to compete in the tag team division. Both these teams are amped up. You'll love to see it.
Both of them making their BPW debuts, and I can't overstate it again. We see people come and go at BPW all the time. You only get one chance to make a first impression.
Well, Skylar, I looked it up. A cinephile is a person who is passionate about and knowledgeable about cinema.
Interesting. I'm wondering if he'll create his own cinematic feature here in our ring tonight.
Bell is underway. Both competitors set to tie up. Drexel and Johnston for their respective teams.
It's referee Benny Gordon in charge of the action as these two lock up. Good go behind by Cam Drexel.
Nice way to start things off, controlling the head. You control the head, you control the body.
Cam is in firm control here with that head. What a dirty move, trying to stomp the foot. It's Johnston. Hammerlock applied.
Working Drexel down to a knee.
Rear chin lock applied. Drexel looking for a way out.
Could be looking for an early submission. Not a bad
Snapmare gets the job done as Drexel's back to the waist lock.
Crowd loves Marcus Johnston.
And what a reverse bear hug here, swinging Johnston back and forth.
Squeezing the air out, risking a spinal injury. Oh, nice!
Look at the technical skill on display by these two athletes. As now Johnston with a headlock of his own, grounding Cam Drexel.
Letting the people at home know.
It's putting him in a tough spot as Drexel going into a head scissor.
Johnston trying to roll him onto his back, but that didn't work.
It's a pure Matt Classic going on here. Johnston is in a bad way in that head scissor, rolling Drexel over. Up and over into flipping into a pin as Drexel out at 2. Drexel contemplated making the tag.
And I mean, does Plexx?
That's not Plexx.
I'm sorry, Sebastion want to come in? It looks like he's trying to get out of it.
Do we have a tag there, or does that? I think he just said lights, camera, action with his. I don't know what you call those, Dean.
I think the technical term is clicky thing.
Yes, that clicky thing that movie people use. And now Johnston's back to that waist lock that wrestlers use.
I'm a little curious as to the strategy from Envi there, avoiding the tag.
Maybe he just prefers to direct Drexel from the corner. Drexel elbowing out of the waist lock. A hip toss. And
wow,
right
leaving those
there.
Lace prints all across the back. And now, there we go.
That kick will send you to the chiropractor.
A tag into Envi, but again, Envi didn't look too thrilled that he was tagged in.
I think our resident cinephile would prefer to sit over in his director's chair on the apron and, looking for a suplex into a neck breaker. Johnston shoving him into the ropes, and Envi does not want to let go of the ropes. Back elbow sends Johnston down.
Back elbow right to the eye.
Took his eye off the ball and ate a drop kick into the ropes, and now Envi is in trouble.
Envi paying too much attention to these people, not enough attention to his opponent.
Eating a faithful a turnbuckle, and in comes the livest Bex, Plexx. Whipping Johnston in, using him as a weapon. Irish whip Johnston back into the corner, and now a splash, sending Envi down into a seated position in no man's land. He wants to get back over to Drexel.
Nice teamwork here between these two. Plexx, the fresher of the team, or of the two, rather.
Plexx, widely known as a single star, but he's gelling fairly well with his partner tonight. And Envi out at 2. Plexx staying on the attack as he sends Envi into the ropes.
An Irish whip in. Oh, Envi holding on to the top rope. Wise.
And Plexx not letting him rest. Oh, and Cam Drexel with a knee to Plexx, giving Envi a leg up.
Now that's
Quite
one way,
literally.
one way to change the momentum right there. Referee didn't see it.
Tide is shifting as Envi taking control of Plexx, sending him into his corner. I think Envi and I didn't actually see a tag there, did you? Nonetheless, these two are stomping Plexx into the corner as Cam Drexel appears to be the legal man, choking Plexx.
Yeah, they've got to get him out of that corner. Plexx has got to figure out a way to fight through, make it across that ring, make the tag. Each second that goes on in this match, Drexel becomes a little more fresh. Sebastion Envi becomes a little more fresh.
What a knee into the corner, right into the jaw of Plexx by Drexel.
Drexel still finding the gumption to talk a little smack, tagging in Envi.
Hoping that's not a little dissension in the ranks I'm sensing here as the referee starting to count Drexel as he and Envi are kind of pushing that count there. That was a great launch by Drexel of Plexx into that leg lariat by Envi into the cover.
May have just knocked him out cold. No.
And I think Johnston was trying to break it up, and Johnston is going to end up doing Plexx more harm than good by distracting the referee.
I have to give it up to the referee for maintaining his focus during that count.
Absolutely, with Johnston right behind him. And now Envi taunting Drexel, and he paid the price for it as he eats those big shots to the breadbasket from Plexx. And now he's firing back with like pistons with those hands into the corner. And just like that, Plexx is on the defensive once again.
Anyway, is he explaining it to Drexel? Is that what's happening right now? Are we seeing a lesson being taught?
Plexx with a discus elbow right to the nose of Envi.
You cannot take your eyes off your opponent.
Big spine buster by Envi. 1, 2, and that was almost 3.
So close. Barely got that shoulder up.
Dragging Plexx back to his corner by the leg. Plexx needs to make that tag in the worst way. It's Drexel with the knee down to the kidney of the livest Mex.
Drexel taunting Johnston across the ring. I mean, these guys in total control of this matchup at this point.
Well, when you isolate one member of the tag team, that's what's going to happen. Drexel choking Plexx over that rope until the referee forced to break it up. And now Envi taking advantage, and this is what I'm talking about. Johnston distracting the referee, while Envi able to grind Plexx's face into the mat.
Getting all the advantage they can take. Big club to the back of Plexx.
You know, say what you will about Drexel and Envi, they've done a good job of isolating Plexx, keeping him down into the mat, keeping him away from Johnston, but as Plexx is mounting a comeback here, rocks Drexel.
Plexx is digging down deep, but what does he have planned?
Plexx with was looking for a bulldog, and Drexel just launched him across the ring like a lawn dart.
The cocky look on Drexel's face.
Well, hey, when you're good, you know it. And Drexel up, and wow, a lion salt off the bottom rope. 1, 2,
oh no, kicked out somehow. I thought that was it, Skyler.
That had to be a 2.9. Good bow and arrow submission applied by Drexel in the middle of the ring. Trying to make Plexx give up while he's looking right at his tag team partner, just out of reach for that tag. Drexel teasing Johnston as he's waving Plexx's hand at him.
Plexx looks like he has taken a beating. Oh, both guys collide right in the center of the ring.
You know, they say great minds think alike, but oftentimes that does not apply to professional wrestling, as both men's reps have got to be reeling from that. Double crossbody, same idea. Did not bode well for either of them. But this could give Plexx the opening he's looking for as he is crawling and scratching toward Johnston. Drexel looking for the same.
Referee Benny still counting.
And we have a tag. Johnston is back in as Envi comes in. Springboard by Johnston into a drop kick.
Wow, how big was that?
Drop kick right to the chin of Drexel. And I thought that drop kick was going to send Envi flying all the way to Commerce City. And it appears that Johnston has them for days as he issues one after another to Drexel, to Envi, sending the tag team partners into each other, into the corner.
How resourceful are these two?
A double clothesline, and what is Plexx up to? Plexx,
going
Drexel
in for that
counters,
flash, no!
and sent him all the way to the outside.
Johnston checking on Plexx, he saw it right in the nick of time.
We might want to check on Plexx.
I think Drexel is right now.
Drexel's checking on him with some boots as Envi lifting him up for a fisherman driver. 1, 2, that's gonna do it. Envi and Drexel pick up the win here.
And your winners of the match, Drexel and Sebastion Envi.
What a tag team performance between Envi and Drexel, but Envi still looks like he wants no part of Drexel.
More importantly, what a debut for these two as they pick up a win in an impressive match here at BPW Defiant. And I guess Envi's looking for his clicky thing as we're calling it, or is that a clipboard?
That's a movie script, certified clicky thing.
I think I saw a script attached to that. Well, if he scripted this match out, I think it played out exactly as he planned it, as Drexel.
Outstanding performance from this tag team here.
Absolutely, and this is just the start of an incredible night here at BPW Defiant. You cannot discount the performance from Plexx and Johnston here tonight. These men gave it their all.
What a showing. And Skylar, as you said, we still have championship matches to get to. The night is still young.
Absolutely. Jay Camacho in action against Noelle. The BPW debut of Nikki Chase taking on Davver and Killian Krowe, as we just learned, will be defending the BPW World Championship against Anaya tonight. We're stacked. We hope you stick with us here. You don't want to miss any of the action here at BPW. We are going to send it back to our ring announcer, Miss Kelly Hawkins. In the meantime, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media channels, Instagram, YouTube, X, you name it.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from an undisclosed insane asylum, he is the Wild One, Jeb Bingham.
Who let this man out of an undisclosed insane asylum?
This man is completely unhinged. Skylar taking direction from that mask, which he just tossed into the back.
I can tell you one thing, I am glad I am not the person who's going to be standing on the other side of the ring from Jeb Bingham here tonight as he makes his BPW debut.
Lots of debuts, some impressive athletes making their way to the ring this evening. None maybe more so than Jeb Bingham right here.
Oh, the bicep there. That's a man that spent some hours in the gym.
And right there, again, Jeb usually takes his cues from a mask. The fact that he doesn't have the mask with him tonight, it opted not to bring it with him is curious, maybe
As
concerned.
you said, unhinged, unpredictable.
And introducing his opponent. He is from the Box City. He is the train hopping. The opponent dropping. He is Hoboman.
I'm not exactly sure what's scarier, Jeb Bingham tossing the mask that he usually uses for guidance, or this guy who looks like he hasn't showered in a few days.
I don't know, Jeb Bingham, I apologize, Hoboman able to hitchhike his way right here into Greeley just in time for the show. I'm willing to bet, Skyler, he didn't have time for a shower.
Well, the fact that he hitchhiked here ought to tell you enough about the action here at Battleground Pro Wrestling and how you are not going to want to miss it. If you want to find out where you can find where we are running next and keep up with all the action, you can follow us on social media. We are on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on X. We are at BPW Live GPE. Follow us today and make sure that you don't miss it.
Bell is underway, and what an interesting matchup. Two completely different styles. Oh, they love Hoboman.
Behind Hoboman here, and that's, if you're Jeb Bingham, you got to be careful not to let this get under your skin. These two lock up. Bingham forced back into the corner as the referee breaks count.
Referee Arias calling this match.
Locking up once again, and Bingham managed to reversing Hoboman into the corner. I gave him a nice little slap there for good measure.
Bingham not backing down from a fight?
Absolutely not. I don't think Hoboman appreciated the slap there.
Would you?
Absolutely not.
Bingham hasn't taken his eyes off of Hoboman. Hoboman trying to get the approval of the crowd here. I'm not sure if that's the most important thing.
I'm not either, and I think he may be taking his eye off the ball, and that might hurt him when you're in there with somebody as laser focused as Jeb Bingham. Although Hoboman seems to have him in control, Jeb reverses with an arm wringer. Another arm wringer reverse.
Both men doing a great job of not letting the other get the upper hand.
Headlock takeover by Bingham, taking him to the mat. You gotta watch those shoulders if you're Hoboman. You can't let him get you down. Fighting back to his feet.
Hoboman fighting his way out of it. And look at that, into a headlock of his own.
Absolutely switching sides on the headlock. It's unorthodox strategy by Hoboman. Headlock takeover nonetheless. Has Bingham grounded. Bingham's got to watch those shoulders again. Into the head scissor. Hoboman breaks out.
Bingham not waiting for, and again, I was going to say not waiting for Hoboman to break himself out, but Hoboman right back on top.
Falling right back into that headlock takeover is Bingham. Bingham backs him into the ropes. Bingham is holding onto the rope. Hoboman has to break the hold. And I think Bingham's had enough for right now.
Decided to take a little breather, trying to collect himself on the outside.
Well, Bingham's got 10 seconds for that breather before he has to get back in, or unless he gets counted out.
Concentrating too much on these fans. He doesn't pay attention, could get himself counted out.
Absolutely, still has not gotten back in the ring until just now to break the referee's 10 count.
Okay, the classic test of strength. Hoboman with a slight size advantage here.
I'd say they're on even ground as Jeb Bingham is going to take his chances on the test of strength. These two men lock hands.
Oh, or are they?
Fell for it. With a big boot to the gut took him down. Bingham seems hyper-focused on that head and neck during this match. Headlock after headlock, takeover after takeover. Shoulder block attempt by Bingham goes absolutely nowhere.
Two behemoths collide right in the center of the ring.
I think Hoboman is just a little too bulky to be taken out by something like that. And, wow, Hoboman can't take Bingham off of his feet either.
Each man giving the other a chance at a shoulder tackle. Again, more Hoboman chance here at the Greeley Rec Center.
And finally, Hoboman takes Bingham off of his feet.
Like a bull, a long-haired bull, Skyler.
And a big scoop slam drops Jeb Bingham. Bingham out at 1.
A lot of gas left in that tank.
Yeah, still not enough to keep the wild card down as he backs him into the corner, ramming the shoulder into the midsection of Bingham. Or that might be his head. He might be headbutting.
I think that was a headbutt there. Hoboman will utilize any part of his body in order to gain a little control. Here comes the Hobo train.
And Jeb Bingham couldn't make it off the tracks, and he got ran right over. Big backdrop by Hoboman has Bingham down. He's going to go for a cover again. Lateral press.
Smart pin. 1-2, right in the middle of the ring, but
kicked out. Not enough to keep him down and take the match just yet.
Wild one. I was about to say he needs to figure out a strategy here. Very wise strategy, pulling the tights, and look at the vicious attack.
Jeb with a crossbody in that seated position on the bottom turnbuckle. It's absolutely devastating. Will knock the wind right out of you. Bingham into the cover. 2. Not enough to keep him down for the 3.
Trying to ground the Hoboman. Big shots to the thick skull.
And that punch caught him right on the jaw and sent him back down to the canvas.
Oh, what a clothesline from Bingham.
Bingham almost folded him up with that clothesline.
A massive lariat, but then again, not focusing on his opponent. Yes, we as wrestlers don't like to be booed while we're in the ring, but you gotta pay attention to the task at hand.
It's been the downfall of many here at BPW not to realize you're wrestling the guy in the ring, not the people in the crowd that are heckling you.
Gotta have that thick skin. A lot of Hoboman chants.
Ironic to see how focused Wildcard was when he came into this match, and now all these fans and Hoboman are getting under his skin. He yanked it back down by the hair.
I can't say I'm shocked by that. Doesn't mean it wasn't a low-down, dirty tactic.
Well, this might be a man we're looking at that will do anything to win as he applies the chin lock, grounding Hoboman.
Hoboman's gonna miss his bus.
He's gonna miss his bus if he goes to sleep in this chin lock. He looks like he's fading. Referee checking.
Yeah, you're right. I was about to say,
I think the fans are energizing him as he's trying to fight his way back to his feet.
Digging down deep, Hoboman. Oh, look at that.
Shots to the stomach of Bingham. Hoboman into the ropes. Ducking clothesline after clothesline. Up and over into a sunset flip for a 2 count only.
A big man that size doing a sunset flip.
The agility of Hoboman on display, but Bingham shuts it down with a big boot right to the temple.
Hoboman looks out. I don't even know, days, more so than he was when he first got here.
Absolutely, as Bingham's got to capitalize while he's got Hoboman down. Bingham in, looking for a lion salt and missed.
What a beautiful moonsault. If only it would have connected.
Absolutely. Hoboman using that hard head. Headbutt after headbutt to Bingham. How many more of these can Bingham get up from?
A real weapon that Hoboman is able to use.
Double arm DDT attempt, and he nails it.
Got to go for that pin.
Hook in the leg. 1, 2, Bingham just barely got a foot on the rope.
I barely saw that. I'm not sure how he was able to dig down deep enough for that.
That was a big gamble on the part of Bingham, and I think he may have underestimated how long his legs were. He got the rope. Excuse me, roll up. Handful of time.
Oh, come on.
Steals it.
Clear as
And
day.
your winner of the match, Jeb Bingham.
Referee did not see that handful of tights that Bingham had. But only one thing matters, and that's the referee's decision. 1, 2, 3. Jeb Bingham comes out victorious in his BPW debut.
What a debut. A win is a win. I mean, if you're looking for style points, that's probably not going to please you. But, I mean, style points don't really count in professional wrestling. It's all about wins and losses, and chalk that up as a dub for Bingham here.
And neither does the opinion of the fans, apparently. Pleasing the fans did not get the win for Hoboman here tonight. But nonetheless, we have so much more action left here on the card for you. We have Nikki Chase making her BPW debut next. And do not forget, in our main event tonight, Killian Krowe taking on the one, the only, Anaya for the BPW World Championship. Right now, we're going to send it back to our ring announcer, Kelly Hopkins.
His weight from Denver, Colorado, weighing in at 135 pounds, the reckless kid, Jeb Camacho.
Fans in love with Jeb Camacho here in Greeley, Colorado. This kid has put on some of the most impressive matches I have ever seen, with several folks that we brought in who really tower him in experience, and yet he's come with every single one of them. And tonight he has the marionette Noelle to worry about. On the 30th, he has Chandler Hawkins to worry about. This guy's plate is full.
And stumbling her way to the ring from the Devil's Toy Box, the marionette Noelle.
Noelle, however, is not one that you can look past this girl. You want to talk about unhinged. Dean, I know you have some familiarity with her from other locations. What can you tell us about Noelle?
Well, Noelle has really found herself. I mean, in many ways, you and I wouldn't dare to walk the path Noelle has walked in order to find herself. Oh, that's a mic.
When I was called to come up here to BPW, I was expecting a challenge.
Ouch.
Not a wannabe Kaden Koyama. Camacho.
Shots fired.
You see, Camacho's like a little brother to me. I could not. I couldn't. We're not gonna do this. I couldn't. You know, you're just a baby.
Oh, come on. You don't need to taunt poor Camacho there.
Just degrading Jeb Camacho there, completely dismissing him and writing him off.
Camacho came here for a match, though, Skyler.
That's what you get when you underestimate Jeb Camacho. He's so fast, even for as fast as Noelle is. Can she keep up with him?
Fun fact, both of these competitors may very well be two of the youngest. They are two of the youngest on the BPW roster.
Absolutely, and youngest does not necessarily mean not capable, as Camacho chasing Noelle around the ring as he almost trips over a camera cord that I think Noelle actually put there on purpose.
Oh, and she was waiting for an opening, and there it was, going for the eyes.
Noelle so quick to write off Jeb Camacho, but can't seem to get a leg up on him without cheating. And you know that remark about a wannabe Kaden Koyama has to have Camacho seething. Noelle putting the boots to the youngster in the corner. Noelle
has a lot of confidence.
When you come into a match and completely write off your opponent, Camacho countering with an elbow, and what a modified bulldog, driving her face into the canvas.
Look at the leg, only a 2 count. Look at Noelle with the handful of hair.
Come on, Benny, get her off the hair.
Bouncing that head off the mat like a basketball.
And off the knee.
You heard Noelle say that she considers Camacho like a little brother.
Well, this is definitely the intensity of sibling rivalry as she is choking Camacho over the ropes. Noelle in. And just putting her full body weight over the neck of Camacho, driving it into the ropes.
Noelle just vicious. Relentlessly going after Camacho. Camacho unable to really defend himself at the moment.
Whoop. Tried to counter with the knees. Noelle with a backstabber off the rope. That was one hell of a counter, Dean.
Sniffed it out. Hits the backstabber. No. Oh, I thought that was it.
I think Noelle thought it was too, with that blood-curdling scream echoing through the halls of the Greeley Rec Center here.
Noelle not afraid to show her displeasure, and the BPW faithful coming alive for young Camacho. Noelle taunting the crowd.
Camacho trying to get the crowd behind him, sweeps the feet out from Noelle, turning her over, and looking for a Boston Crab.
Look at that.
The walls of Camacho.
But perhaps a little too close to the ropes. That right there, Skylar, is the inexperience we were talking about.
Absolutely, you have to be careful of that ring positioning. Just like he ignored it again, and Noelle was able to drag him down, neck over the ropes. Noelle working over the head and the neck all of this match. And now getting in the face of referee Benny Gordon.
Gonna get herself disqualified before she could even get a pinfall.
These two no strangers either. Noelle should know that Benny doesn't take any mess off of wrestlers. Noelle with a full Nelson.
Hooking it deep and whipping him around.
How often, you're more familiar with her than I am, how often do you see Noelle get to break out power moves like this, Dean?
It's not very often. Camacho is no stranger to situations like this.
Well, when you're the size of Jay Camacho, you have to be used to being the underdog when you come into a fight. As he goes for a pin on Noelle, she kicks out at 1.
Only a 1 count. That is the one thing about Camacho. He's not going to back down from a fight. It doesn't matter if it's a man, it doesn't matter if it's a woman, it doesn't matter if it's a bully or not.
This is professional wrestling. You can't be afraid to step in that ring with anybody, and you cannot take anybody lightly, as I think Noelle has found out the hard way. She's not able to steamroll Jay Camacho, but Jay Camacho able to roll her up for a 2 count.
Noelle prematurely calling for the end. It almost cost her the match.
Again, driving his head into that knee.
Camacho trying to fight and climb as much as he can, but keeps running into the roadblock that is the marionette.
Well, Noelle may call herself the marionette, but the way she's got Jay Camacho strung up right now, she looks like she's the puppet master.
Right in the center of the ring, great ring placement. Wait, Camacho!
Lifting her up and driving her back into the corner. Camacho has a chance to get control of this match back as he's laying in clothesline. Back elbow. Camacho on the offensive with a great insecurity, dropping Noelle. A low backdrop right there, nonetheless gets her off her feet, and a leg drop. Come on, kid, you gotta get the cover.
The athleticism from Camacho is impressive. Only a 2 count.
You gotta wonder how much this match has taken out of Camacho so far, with Noelle having been in control of so much of it.
Noelle knows exactly how to control a match. Camacho somehow, some way still fighting, looking to climb to the top rope. High rent district, Skylar.
and not only crotched him on the top rope, but Noelle just knocked him completely off, and Codebreaker right there just sends Camacho flying like a piece of paper.
This is all she needed.
And that she got the job done. Noelle, I think even herself was a little surprised she pulled that one off.
And your winner of the match, Noelle.
What an impressive victory, Skylar. Man, woman, it doesn't matter. The marionette stands tall.
But what is impressive is, once again, Jay Camacho, even in defeat, has hung with somebody so well, has put on a classic out there and shown that he's not to be underestimated. One of these days, somebody's going to write this man off, and they're going to end up with the biggest upset of their career on their record. Mark my words.
Noelle taunting Camacho as he leaves the ring.
I think Noelle taunting the fans as well. She knows they wanted to see him pull off that victory. A lot of screaming from Noelle. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Battleground Pro Wrestling Defiant. I am Skylar Ashwood, joined on commentary by the legend himself, Danger Dean.
Well, we have got a crazy big second half of this already monster show, and I'm talking about championships galore, Skylar.
Championships galore. And what will be the next chapter of the twisted tale of Type 1 Warrior and Devil Daddy? Devil Daddy's had Type 1 Warrior under his control for a couple months now, and it's gone some interesting directions, but we're going to see how much further he can take it tonight. Can Devil Daddy pull Type 1 Warrior out of his losing streak, out of his rut?
We're going to find out later tonight, but let's take it to the ring. We've got more action.
We've got women's action on the way, if I am not mistaken.
Making their way to the ring, piecing themselves together from across St. Louis. As
that is one hell of a sight to see coming at you, Dean. If I saw Davver coming to me in the dark alley, I would run the other way.
It doesn't come much more intense from the they, them of mayhem.
Davver, it's like you genetically spliced Luna Vachon and Bull Nakano into one scary.
And their opponent from Athens, Ohio. She is the trophy case, Nikki Chase.
And you gotta think that Nikki Chase has shown up here to add something to her trophy case in BPW. You want to talk about one of the most spoiled, entitled, knowing she was born better types to ever set foot into Colorado wrestling. That's Nikki Chase in a nutshell.
She would just rather this situation be given to her, the opportunity be given to her.
She definitely sees herself as entitled to that outfit, giving I Dream of Jeannie vibes. Nikki Chase giving off the You Wish vibes.
I have the same one in blue.
Not sure if I want to see that or not, but what I do want to see is what Nikki Chase can do in her BPW debut here tonight.
A lot of debuts tonight, Skylar.
A lot of debuts because BPW is the place everybody wants to be. We are the promotion bringing you all the hottest action in Colorado. And make sure that you are following us on our social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on X. It's the only way to keep up with all the latest news related to Battleground Pro Wrestling. We have our shows here monthly in Greeley, and we have a whole lot more in the works. So follow us on our social medias if you want to keep up with everything that we have to offer here at BPW.
The fans aren't going to approve of the early strategy of Nikki Chase, but as far as competition goes, this might be a really smart thing she's doing here.
Well, Nikki Chase making Kay Davver literally chase her around the ring, living up to her name.
It's a really good way to feel out your opponent without actually getting in there and grappling and risking an early injury.
Absolutely, and Kay,
now,
how long are we going to keep this up here, Dean?
Now, I get it as a non-competitor, this kind of tactic seems a little low. But what Nikki's doing right now is, one, getting a good feel for Kay Davver, but two, getting under the skin of Kay Davver.
Kay Davver known for many things, their patience not necessarily being one, as we finally, whoa, we're going for a lockup, and Nikki goes right to the ankle.
That is a very smart move, taking Kay off of their feet. But for how long? Kay fighting back up to both feet.
Kay may not appear to have a size advantage here, but dumping Nikki right off of them.
Well, Nikki may need a different strategy here.
Kay definitely has a power advantage going into this.
Looks like Nikki's already had enough. I think she's done. I think
Nikki's very good at luring you into that false sense of security. Nikki very experienced in psychology.
Trying to tie up with Kay. Kay just not having it, Skylar.
Nikki has a couple years of experience under her belt, about the same as Kay Davver, but I know Nikki Chase quite well. I've seen her across the state, and she's definitely one of the more crafty, psychological competitors in there. Her unorthodox approach to the start of the match should not get you thinking that she's just a pushover.
Look at Kay just one-arming Nikki Chase across the ring.
Again, that power coming out. What did she just rip off of Nikki?
Oh,
like she just ripped off a choker of some sort to expose the chest there for those chops.
Removing skin from the chest. That I saw.
Oh, you heard that one. You've been on a few receiving end of a few of those in your career, haven't you, Dean?
I have felt all kinds of different chops from many competitors. And I'm going to tell you, those overhand chops that Kay was just delivering are probably the worst. On top of that, licking the hands, just brutal.
And I think by the appearance of Nikki's chest here, as beat red, almost as red as her gear there, I could completely believe that.
Kay with those big strikes to the chest of Nikki Chase.
Kay with a bonsai drop.
Trying to break the ribs.
That was almost a 3. Kay channeling a little Aja Kong there with that one, but got their face driven into the mat, and now a straight jacket clutch by Nikki. How often do you see this?
Very wise move. Nikki is tapping into all those submissions, all of those strikes that are going to basically eliminate the size advantage that Kay has.
Isolating the arms of Kay, and those are some powerful arms.
Kay does not look very happy.
I wouldn't be very happy either if I was getting choked like that. And face down into the mat. Kay getting the hard way to go there.
Got to give it up for Nikki Chase, able to control.
Absolutely, shots to the stomach. Nikki retaliating with some of her own as she sends Kay face first into the bottom turnbuckle.
Nikki with that slight experience edge over Kay. And those kind of brutal moves right there, that's what's going to put Nikki Chase on the map.
Yeah, don't underestimate Nikki Chase by that sparkly gear. That is one of the most ruthless competitors in Colorado, as a drop kick right to the hips sends Kay crashing to the floor.
Taking a little breather. Looks very content with the work she's done.
Nikki very in control of this match at this point, sending Kay right into the post. That shiny, brand new steel ring post here at BPW. And Nikki with Kay right there in front of the fans.
Look at that, getting up close and personal.
Very precise elbows there to the stomach of Nikki Chase.
And you know, this
Kay
match
takes back to control there.
Speaking of precision, this match is brought to you by Precision Electric and Control. With 36 years in the electrical industry, Precision Electric and Control is the industry leader in PLC, VFD, HMI, and the industrial controls. They also specialize in installation, maintenance, and repair of industrial and commercial controls and equipment. Visit PECcolorado.com for more information.
And as we were telling you about our great sponsor, Nikki has taken back control from Davver. On top, as Nikki says that she likes to be, raining down the punches.
Look at those haymakers, Skylar.
Oh, and Kay with a shot to the midsection to break out of that full mount that Nikki had her in.
I'm very impressed with how Nikki has approached this matchup. I think a lot of competitors would be afraid or intimidated by what Davver brings to the ring, but not in this case with Nikki.
But this may be her first match here in Battleground Pro Wrestling, but this is not the first collision between these two. They're staples of Colorado, and Nikki knows Davver fairly well.
Almost able to pull off, will we call this an upset victory if Nikki Chase were able to pull it off?
Here in Battleground, I would absolutely call this an upset because of the dominant streak that Davver has been on.
And we hear a lot of K chants here at the Greeley Rec Center.
Absolutely, the fans here in Greeley not exactly a fan of the mean girl here. Kay stretching Nikki out on the ropes before setting her across the ring with a clothesline.
Planting Nikki. Nikki back to her feet, though. Oh, no. Right by the throat, Skylar.
And a headbutt, and that is one hard head slamming into the skull of Nikki Chase. I think Nikki looks out on her feet here.
Look at the smile on Kay's face. They really do enjoy causing pain.
They're one of the most sadistic competitors in Colorado. Having Nikki Chase all the way up. Swinging out into a gunslinger.
What a maneuver. Is this enough to put away Nikki Chase?
That is.
Yes, it is.
Thanks for coming.
And your winner of the match,
Davver put one in the win column.
An impressive victory for Kay, but I have a hard time believing that this is the last time we're going to see of Nikki Chase.
Absolutely not. But what do you think if you are RYZIN, the Livewire champion? He was in that battle. Kay's not done with Nikki.
Oh, come on.
Kay's not done with Nikki. Dragging her. Where are we going here?
Striking her where?
That's Davver. It might be straight to hell.
Wait a minute.
Dragging her all the way backstage.
What does Kay have in mind for Nikki Chase?
Oh, I think Kay almost
As
took
much
down
as
our
we
locker
don't
room
like her,
area
I
there.
hope Nikki
Shades
will
of
be
drag me to
okay.
hell.
Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully we were able to get an update on Nikki Chase before the end of the show.
I think she
Absolutely,
might too.
we will keep
Thoughts
you
and
updated with
prayers.
that and so much more here at BPW Defiant. We got more action in store to you. We're going to send it back to our ring announcer
The
live in the
following
ring.
tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Sin City, Nevada, weighing in at 190 pounds, he is the Devil Daddy, Anthony Riviera, and tag team partner, the Type 1 Warrior, Ray Schwaytek.
The Type 1 Warrior, Ray Schwaytek, looks less than enthused with Devil Daddy's treatment of him. Is that a fishnet shirt he has underneath? No,
sure.
He's got devil horns for Type 1.
Oh, and look, Skylar, they flash.
You see, he's spending money on you, kid.
Type 1 Warrior does not look pleased.
And the devil horns fell right off, and I think they want to be on Ray Switek's head about as much as he wants them there.
Devil Daddy's taking that role and nickname a little too seriously here.
Well, he's wanting to bring out another side of Mr. Switek here. So long he's just been the lovable, pretty face, the Type 1 warrior. And perhaps Devil Daddy doesn't think that he's been quite vicious enough to really accomplish something here, to really stay in the win column here in BPW.
Anthony Rivera is a very impressive athlete with a few quirks. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, quirks is a much more television appropriate word than what I would use.
Family friendly.
Introducing their
yes.
opponents.
I can tell you
85 pounds from Raleigh, North Carolina. Master every night. Is Justin Partner.
Well, we see one half of JK Pop out here, Skyler, but as you see, we're one half of JK Pop short.
where's Johnny Casanova at?
We got Mr. Every Night, Caden Koyama in the ring and demanding the microphone.
Greeley, Colorado, what's happening? That's funny you should mention that, because after last month, trust me, brother's hot. Brother wishes he could be here, but brother had an emergency. So unfortunately, this isn't the JK Pop show like it normally is. It's Mr. Every Night, Caden Koyama. Well, hold on with that. I'm not that stupid. I thought this through, because I see what you're capable of, and I can see you're on a terrible path. But if you want to keep it up, so be it. That said, I got a surprise for you boys. JK Pop rolls deep. We're all about bringing up the next generation in professional wrestling. So I brought with me a big, bad powerhouse. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my boy, Cookie Wright.
Well, looks like Caden Koyama needed to find a partner in a pinch, and it looks like he found that in Mr. Cookie Wright.
Of course, some of the best and brightest coming up under the tutelage of JK Pop. And when you have a bank of the next generation, how much of a coup is that for you? Or how much of a boon is that to your career that Koyama would put his faith in you to stand by his side in place of Johnny Casanova, even if for one night?
A lot of faith in youngster Cookie Wright. I've been lucky enough to follow the early career of Cookie. Cookie is an explosive, high-energy competitor that's sure to not only wow his competitors, but wow the faithful here in attendance at the Greeley Rec Center.
And you see Rivera taunting Cookie right there, only to tag in Ray Switek.
You know how I know that the Devil Daddy doesn't care about the Type 1 Warrior?
How so?
Because he didn't give tape over his nipples like he did his own. He's going to chafe in that fishnet, Skyler.
He absolutely is. You know, rumor is that it's actually illegal to have exposed nipples in Colorado in the entertainment arts, so technically Koyama is in violation too.
Well, Cookie Wright showing off that power that I was talking about there. Another nice, solid tie-up.
You know, one thing I can really appreciate about Switek is there's no fear in this kid. Never has been. Known him for a few years now, and kind of reminds me a lot of Jay Camacho. You know, not the biggest guy out there, but even though he's facing people twice his size, no fear in the approach.
Definitely doesn't back down from a challenge. Right now, Cookie Wright,
I think he might have been backing down from that fishnet shirt there as the Devil Daddy's forcing him to wear, as he's trying to fight out of this waistlock by Cookie Wright.
Cookie Wright showing off that power. Nice waistlock, and Type 1 Warrior able to get up, and look at that. Right in the center of the ring.
Full Nelson, but is this a different dynamic for JK Pop? Because I've always known JK Pop to be speed is their thing. Now you have speed of Koyama plus the power of Cookie Wright. Does this put anything else, a different perspective into play perhaps for this tag team?
Well, I mean, it's going to throw Type 1 Warrior and the Devil Daddy off as they weren't prepared for the competitor that Cookie is. You know, either or whatever that might be.
Absolutely, Cookie maintaining firm control of that headlock on Ray Switek.
That nice form, nice positioning.
Hammerlock counter. And you can see the tutelage of JK Pop paying off. As Cookie
look at
looks
that
to counter.
Trying to use that power that you were talking about earlier, Skylar.
Absolutely. Trying to lift him up. Almost in a bear hug position now as he shoots him off into the ropes. Powerful shoulder tackle sends Type 1 Warrior all the way to the mat.
A lot of confidence in Cookie Wright. Look at the smile across the face of the youngster.
When you come up under the watchful eye of JK Pop, how can you not step in there and be confident? Anthony Rivera showing a little frustration with the last-minute substitution as Cookie showcasing the power, slamming Switek down to the mat.
With authority.
Absolutely, into the rope. Big tsunami splash. Into the cover for one. It's good for a 1 count. I think it's too early to try to put the guy away.
Rivera looks to be beside himself, as Cookie Wright is really putting on a very impressive debut here at BPW.
Absolutely, Caden Koyama watching on and student in approval from the corner. Ready for the tag in case he thinks that he doesn't have it. As the chin lock is applied by Cookie onto Switek.
Referee Arias doing a great job making sure no shenanigans, no chokeholds.
Ray trying to fight out of the hold, summoning the strength from the fans cheering for him. Elbows to the stomach of Cookie Wright.
Type 1 fighting out. What a knee! Almost taking the big man off his feet.
That caught him right on the chin, just like that super kick caught him on the jaw.
And still, look, Cookie Wright is up, but for how long?
I think Cookie might want to consider tagging Koyama in.
He's within arm's reach. You're right, that would be a wise maneuver.
Taking out the knee of the big man.
Finally able to get him down.
Now that he's down, of course, Anthony Rivera wants in.
Tag into Rivera and his nipple coverings. What is he doing?
Using Switek as a weapon. Irish whip into Cookie before following up with a splash.
Oh, and Rivera completely unhinged now.
Rivera got caught.
Caught mid-air, Skylar.
STO out of mid-air. And now in comes Koyama.
Koyama, the fresh of the two. And the most skilled, the most...
Sending it back into the corner.
The most seasoned. Look at that. Just brutal attack from Mr. Every Night.
Yeah, Rivera brings his own few years of experience, to say the least, to the table. I think say he's on par with Koyama.
This is that tag team expertise. You notice these quick tags. As long as Cookie listens.
Koyama wants back in after he literally just tagged out.
And look at this, wonderful tag team maneuver here, or tag team cohesion, I should say, between young Cookie and Koyama.
Do you think that's what it's going to come down to? Both of these as a mentor and a mentee. How much the mentee can listen to their teacher.
I mean, I think that it could absolutely come down to that, and if that's the case.
Double back elbows, and I don't know if these two have tagged before, but Koyama and Cookie showing, as you mentioned, great cohesion.
This is the first time these two have ever teamed together, so.
They have a great amount of synchronicity that they are showing, and I'd like to say gelling better as mentor and mentee than Rivera and Switek.
Well, they're definitely more on the same page. Tag into Koyama.
Well, perhaps it helps that Koyama's not forcing his mentee to wear fishnet shirts. As Koyama with a snapmare, taking control of Rivera here. Leg drop right across the throat, into the cover.
Classic Koyama, 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Again with those frequent tags.
I think
Oh,
Make a wish.
Make a wish, Skylar.
Oh, that hurting the groin of Rivera there with that wishbone by this variation of JK Pop here.
Causing damage, or maybe does the Devil Daddy like it just a little bit?
Absolutely, as a chin lock applied by Cookie.
Look at that vicious side of Cookie right.
But when you learn from Johnny Casanova and Kate Koyama, you're absolutely going to be vicious in the ring.
Taking your concentration and your eyes off your opponent, big mistake.
Absolutely, the experience of Rivera coming into play, and he thinks he's going to suplex the big man.
Cookie with the block. Rivera trying to soften him up, but no, another one.
Rivera can't get him up, but Cookie can get Rivera up and use his own idea against him. And that smile on the face of Cookie as he knows that he's firmly in control of this match.
Hooks the leg, 1, 2, this is no.
Only a 2 count.
What kind of example would the Devil Daddy be for Type 1 Warrior if Cookie Wright were able to make the pin?
Not a very good one, and I don't know how much longer Ray Switek would be going along with the unorthodox training methods of Devil Daddy.
Double Irish whip, what do these guys have planned?
Clotheslines. Elbow drop by Koyama.
Doing a great job cutting the ring in half, making sure the Devil Daddy can't make that tag.
Absolutely. Devil Daddy, more experience as a singles competitor. Koyama, a legend in Colorado tag teams here. Koyama definitely passing that knowledge on to his student Cookie as they have worked expertly together to keep Rivera away from Switek. But I think they may be
And a tag into
hope
Cookie.
here as Cookie
No, Cookie able to break it up.
cutting off Rivera. Elbow drop, shades of his mentor Koyama.
Cookie jaw jacking with the Type 1 Warrior.
Now rear chin lock grounding Rivera. Rivera needs to make a tag in a bad way.
Cookie keeping in constant communication with Koyama. And that is the big difference between these two teams.
Yes, these two talking to each other. Switek and Rivera, not so much.
You see Type 1 Warrior trying to get these fans behind the Devil Daddy.
Absolutely.
Oh, a shot to the throat.
Hey, by any means necessary, yeah. Tag into Koyama. Koyama trying to, and does, keep Rivera away from Switek. JK Pop having their way, or I guess JC Pop having their way with Anthony Rivera here. Chop right to the chest. Rivera landing in the laps of the fans here.
And I know you would say you can't win the match on the outside of the ring, and I promise Kate and Koyama fully aware. This is to cause pain and destruction on their opponent. Damage is done, rolling him back in. Just got to make that pin. Koyama instead going for a submission.
In the middle of the ring, that's a kind of combination of a STF there and a chin lock.
The ring position expertly stouted out right in the center of the ring. Devil Daddy unable to make it to the ropes. Oh, but well, look at that overpowering Koyama kicking him off.
Wow.
This could be the opening he needs. Koyama just on him like a shark. Stomping away at the Devil Daddy. Devil Daddy's going to need to get himself to the corner if he wants or has a chance here.
Ducking the line. It's two running. Oh, and same idea again. And pro wrestling's never a good idea as Koyama and Rivera take each other's heads off.
Both of these young competitors trying to urge on their mentors who, if either, will be able to make the pin or the tag first, rather.
Rivera is right there, finally gets a tag to Ray Switek as he is in. The rookie's in, now gonna show their mentors what they got. Switek with the high knee, another high knee.
Both youngsters relatively fresh.
Big elbow to the face.
Oh, what a shot. Nice
If this
knee.
pays off for Ray, we're gonna start calling him Pretty Boy Floyd.
I'm sure he's gonna love that.
As Cookie has him up, Ray with the ropes trying to prevent. What's sure to be a big move there, and he's got to be careful. He might go over the top rope or hit the referee. Cookie losing his balance, dropping Ray there in the corner.
Type 1 Warrior doing everything he can to fight out.
Big crossbody, no good on a powerhouse like Cookie. He
Cookie
just
caught
got
him.
Caught.
Don't get you caught with your hand
On
in the cookie jar.
Again. Big running power slam, and that could be it. What the hell?
Unable to make the pin.
There's a chair in the ring now.
What is the Devil Daddy doing? Right in front of the referee. Come on.
Look out.
No, turn around, turn around.
Chair shot.
Right
Chair
to the
shot.
head. Come on. Behind the referee's back. Referee didn't even see
fighting
it.
Rivera off.
You know, I'm not even sure.
Cookie is not moving.
I'm not even sure the Type 1 Warrior knows what just happened.
I don't think he does either as he makes the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Rivera and Switek steal this one. And I
your
don't
winner
think
of the
that
match,
Rivera's young mentee there knows what happened. That was a shot straight to the skull that rattled Cookie.
Type 1 Warrior looks confused right now. He had no idea what just happened with the chair. But as a competitor, you're going to go make that pin regardless.
Absolutely. You're out there to do one thing, and that's win. So Ray Switek, best shirt and all. Or Pretty Boy Floyd, I guess, now.
I guess we wait to see what does the next chapter hold for the Devil Daddy, for the Type 1 Warrior. Will the Type 1 Warrior get tape on his nipples too?
There's only one way to find out, and that's to stay tuned here to BPW. This is Defiant. We are going to be back on August the 30th, making our Colorado Springs debut live from Sunshine Studios. You're not going to want to miss that one. You're not going to want to miss the rest of what we have going on here tonight. What we got on store?
We still have championship gold on the line. We're talking about your Livewire championship. That's going to be defended, and still to come, your BPW championship. That's also on the line.
Killian Krowe versus Anaya. So much more still to come. Do not go anywhere. We're going to take it back to our ring announcer, JJ Adore, to keep this going.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the Livewire Championship. Introducing the challenger. He is the Hard Cam Jones, aka the Elbow Dropper, aka Hollywood Chopper, and aka the Final Boss, Bruce.
The final boss, Bruce Wayans, chopping his way through the fans here.
Wayans always ready for a fight, always high energy. And as always, the audience loves one half of Choppa City.
Without a doubt, as we
your resident Batman, ready to claim some gold here in BPW.
questionably, anything can happen here at BPW, and anything can happen when the leader of the congregation,
And he
RYZIN,
is
comes to the
your
ring.
Livewire Champion. from Florida, he is the commander of the congregation,
RYZIN, of course, defeating Caleb Crush at our last event to become the inaugural BPW Live Wire champion.
RYZIN, no stranger to championship gold. Both competitors here tonight, fan favorites. This is going to be a very interesting dynamic. Plenty of RYZIN signs here at the Greeley Rec Center. What an opening title defense, or a first title defense for RYZIN. Getting the congregation riled up. They are ready for RYZIN. Look at that beautiful belt.
That is a gorgeous belt. RYZIN very proud to be the first ever holder of that belt. Giving it a little kiss there. Hopefully not a kiss goodbye, because he's got one heck of a formidable challenge in front of him in the form of the final boss, Bruce Wayans.
Neither one of these men any stranger to holding championship gold. Easy to assume that there's going to be no pressure here. Neither one of these competitors are going to have to worry about that being a factor in this match. Wayans wants to bring the bat into the ring. Referee Benny is saying no.
Absolutely. That's a foreign object. Even if that bat was made in America.
Crowd chanting, use that bat.
Do you think this the crowd should be allowed to make the rules like that?
That's why I think that's why they're not allowed to. Oh,
he was going for it.
He tried to use the bat. Referee Benny on his game there.
You don't want to do that. That's a quick way to get yourself disqualified. Ringing the bell here as this match gets started.
Oh, here we go. They're gonna dual chants. Who's gonna win? Is it Choppa or is it gonna be RYZIN? Both men ready to square up. And there we go. Off to the races we are. Who's gonna get the early advantage? It looks like Wayans.
And the headlock just drilling him into the mat there.
Wrenching on the head of RYZIN. Wayans reminding everybody that he's the boss around here. The final boss. RYZIN shoots him off. Look at that, RYZIN back to his feet, showing, like I said, no intimidation. Headlock of his own.
Hail RYZIN as he's returning the favor with those, I guess, vibrating headlocks.
Causing a series of pressure on the temples. Wayans shooting off RYZIN. No, and a shoulder tackle from RYZIN, one of his own.
How often do you see the final boss, Bruce Wayans, dropped like that? And he tried to kip up there.
Trying to do what RYZIN did, but not as successful.
I think he did his own little version of it.
He got back to his feet. That's what's important, right?
Certainly. As Irish whip reversed. Final boss, I was going to say clothesline, but he's straight chopping RYZIN down.
Bruce Wayans, one to bring the chop to the party.
Chopping right there into the side of the neck. Almost beheading RYZIN.
Wayans wants that title Wayans wants to walk out of this building as live wire champion, and right now he's on a pretty good trajectory to do so.
He's got to watch that count for the referee, though. Lifting him up for a scoop slam right down into the mat.
With power.
Yes, so much power that it sent the final boss himself flying up into the air. Oh, RYZIN trips him up.
Grabbing the ankle, tripping him up, just looking for an opening, some way to change the momentum of this match, and RYZIN may have just found it.
Unquestionably, RYZIN sending him in with an Irish whip into the ropes. Leg lariat drops the final boss.
Classic RYZIN. Wayans back to his feet. He meets an incoming RYZIN.
RYZIN going to the top rope now. High rent district, as you say.
No stranger to the high-flying maneuvers is RYZIN. Nice double axe handle there.
Right there to the face of the final boss as he makes the cover for 1, 2. Only a 2 count. RYZIN was very close to retaining his championship.
RYZIN looks a little frustrated here.
Well, when you've gone up for a move that high risk, that much effort, and it does not achieve the results you want, it's understandable as he's picking up the final boss here. Do you think that might be a mistake? No. Final boss chops the knee.
Chopped the toe. I think he chopped his toe right off.
Russian leg sweep.
And a roll through. Nice maneuver from the boss. Oh, I think this is it, Skyler. We're going to see the prettiest elbow drop ever.
Obviously not pretty enough to get him a 3 count, but it came close. That's not going to put a man as resilient as RYZIN down for the count.
RYZIN chants here at the Greeley Rec Center. Second rope superstar going to the rope where
call him that.
he is most successful, and look at that. Oh no, going for the chop at RYZIN, one step ahead.
Successful tonight.
Knocking the air right out of Wayans. Wayans needs to get to his feet. RYZIN, this is the momentum he needs. This is how a champion wins and holds on to championships.
Absolutely. Can he get him to his feet? Double, that was a kind of a cross chop to the throat there.
Big chops.
Big chop
RYZIN ducked.
misses. RYZIN with a crossbody that got caught.
We're going to see this big power slam. It's a strong slam. Wait a minute.
Reversal. Now RYZIN's holding all the cards and holding the final boss.
How did he find the power to get up the final boss?
Guess the world's most evil slam there.
Only a 2 count. Could we see this moonsault?
Oh, RYZIN losing his balance there. Didn't like that initial.
Oh, took a little too much time.
Little too late.
Wayans rolling out of the way.
Wayans with a Uranagi.
Nicely done, planting him in the center of the ring. 1, 2, 3.
We are about half a second away from having a brand new live wire champion, and RYZIN becoming one of the shortest reigning champions in BPW history.
Oh, here we go. BPW fans coming alive with those chop chants. Where does he find the energy?
I have no idea, but I think RYZIN is about to wish that he wouldn't have found the energy. RYZIN set up in a very precarious position up top. Second rope superstar going to his home district of the second rope. Looking for Superplex City.
If so, this could mark the beginning of the end for RYZIN. Oh, and RYZIN's hanging on.
RYZIN knows what's at stake here. Chops to the neck.
Wayans is teetering. Oh, come on.
Wayans took a hard fall and he's in the drop zone. That is not where you want to be when you are in the ring with RYZIN.
Could be looking for that swanton bomb.
That's not a swanton, that's a senton bomb.
And that's
Extra
it.
sin.
Hook in the leg, and that
is
it
3.
hit. What a title defense.
You're winning the match and still live wire champion.
A good effort by the final boss, but not enough to topple the commander of the congregation. RYZIN is still your BPW Live Wire champion.
The difference in styles, this thing easily could have gone either way, and luckily for RYZIN, it went in his favor tonight. Final boss unable to claim that Live Wire championship, but you gotta think that it's not gonna be before long until Wayans finally is able to get his hands on some gold here in PPW.
Absolutely, Wayans got to fight his way back to the top for now, but if you're RYZIN, you got to be keeping your eyes on the rest of the card. As you mentioned, we had a lot of debuts tonight. A lot of people who could reasonably step up and be the next challenger to RYZIN. Final boss being helped to the back.
RYZIN, I mean, just an impressive showing here.
RYZIN is just an impressive athlete overall. You got to admit that.
He came in confident, looking to defend that title. And look at this, standing tall here at Defiant.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page. We are Battleground Pro Wrestling, and you can find all of the action, tonight's past broadcasts, and a whole lot more. We are still growing, still expanding here at Battleground. Do not miss everything that we have to offer. Subscribe to us on YouTube today. We have so much more to come here. We have our exciting main event. We heard Anaya accept the open challenge of Killian Krowe. That match is for the BPW Heavyweight Championship, and that's next.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it in the air? Can you feel the buzz?
The excitement.
That is main event. How about Anaya surprising the BPW fans here tonight and even accepting the challenge that Killian laid out? Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm so excited. I just can't contain even my sneeze of excitement here. But we also want to thank our sponsor here tonight, Precision Electric and Control. 36 years in the electrical industry. We talk about the experience that our wrestlers bring to the ring. How about that 36 years of experience?
We just checked things out right before the main event.
Expertise that you can trust. Precision Electric and Control. Visit
Apparently we're doing that again.
PECcolorado.com for more
Are you
information.
guys ready for your main event tonight?
I think that we're about ready for our main event here tonight.
I know I'm ready. This place is buzzing. The BPW Championship is on the line, Skylar.
And again, we are seeing
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for your Battleground Pro Wrestling World Championship. Introducing the opponent. He is the RYZIN brother of breaking necks. The wild card, Anaya.
The RYZIN brother of breaking necks, Skylar. That is what stands in front of Killian Krowe tonight.
And when you issue an open challenge, it's an open grab bag. You don't know what you're going to get. And you gotta think what's running through the head of Killian Krowe. He might have put on a brave face earlier, but this is no slouch in front of him. This is no rookie in front of him.
Maybe he bit off a little more than he could chew.
And making his way to the ring, weighing in at 265 pounds, from Fort Lupton, Colorado, he's the Mile High Marauder. Oh.
Fan favorite here in BPW, finally able to climb to the top of the mountaintop.
Without a doubt, but will all of that hard work that he's put in over the last year come to a screeching halt As Anaya, Anaya was about to
teach Killian a lesson, I think is what was about to happen.
Yes, a lesson that you don't turn your back on an opponent like Anaya, champion or not.
And there are many opponents like Anaya. Anaya will stoop to such lows in order to conceal a victory. Not just a victory, but this time a title is on the line. You can look for extra nasty Anaya tonight.
That is a good looking belt. That is a prestigious belt. Anaya knows it. Anaya wants it, and he's coming for it. Is there anything that Killian Krowe can do to stop this man?
Well, there it is.
Anaya jaw-jacking with the fans here. And again, is that going to take the focus off of this championship match for our challenger?
And we're going to see what Killian Krowe is made of tonight. Easily, this is one of the biggest challenges Killian Krowe has ever faced in his young career.
Absolutely, and the pressure has to be on, as it is any time that you are defending a championship for the first time. Are you a flash in the pan, or are you here to stay? And Anaya employing a strategy we've seen more than once tonight.
Well, we saw he was unhappy with these fans, and it looks like tonight he's coming out here to...
Are we walking a line here, walking a tightrope?
Jawing with these fans. Meanwhile, referee is up to 5.
Referee being plenty generous with that count.
Now, nobody wants to see this main event end in a count out, that is for sure.
No, they came to see a fight. They paid their hard-earned money to see a fight.
Breaking the count.
Brilliant strategy as he's psychologically preparing himself, and the referee holding back Killian as Killian's frustration starting to get the better of him.
Anaya knows if he can get under the skin of Killian Krowe, that he may be able to secure an early advantage in this championship match.
Absolutely, the crowd making it know that they think Anaya is a chicken.
Can't call another man a chicken. Oh, they're balking at him, Skylar.
I think Anaya is letting the fans get into his head a little bit here, more than he should be.
Referee up to 8. He's telling the referee to hold on? No, that's not.
I don't know how he's not warm. It's quite hot in this building here from all the BPW action that we have seen all night long. And he's holding on to the rope.
Oh, and Killian, there's that frustration right there starting to come out.
So close, but so far away from getting his hands on Anaya.
Anaya, through the years, become one of the most intense and dangerous competitors, not only here in Colorado, but for the entire region.
Look at the arrogance on display.
Here's a fun trivia question for you, Skylar. Do you know who Anaya's first ever opponent was as a professional wrestler?
I really don't.
You're sitting next to him right now, Skylar.
Really? So you could tell us all about what it's like to be in the ring across from Anaya?
I have been in the ring many, many times with Anaya. Singles, tag team competition, you name it. And I can tell you from experience when it comes to preparedness for any kind of match, no one is as thorough as Anaya.
Was he always this good with the head games?
Well, I can tell you he's always been kind of a jerk.
It takes a real jerk to tie somebody up in the corner like that. Referee forcing Anaya back.
Look at Killian Krowe's face. Killian is done. It looks like Killian has had enough of Anaya, enough of the shenanigans.
Killian came here to wrestle tonight, and it's got to be getting to him that Anaya has ran from him the whole match.
Anaya looked like he was going to try to throw a fist, but Killian said, anything you can do, I can do better.
Backed him into the corner, ran from him. Killian and now he's running from him.
Oh, come on. Again with the head games.
Anaya circling the ring, jaw-jacking with the fans. Killian's had enough, and he's going to give chase here.
Killian's done. This has gone on too long, and Killian's not about to let it continue. And there it is.
Anaya testing the cardio of Killian Krowe as they were chasing each other in circles around the ring.
This is what Anaya had planned all along.
Anaya into the ropes. Killian.
Oh, wow, look at that.
And sends him right out of the ring like it's a battle royal.
Oh, and a big pump kick.
He said you don't want to be on and that so much force behind that pump kick, it knocked the apron off.
Killian Krowe looks pissed, Skylar.
Oh, that was a shot right to the face.
Bouncing that head right off the apron.
I think Anaya might be rocked, and he's falling right into the front row with the fans here.
Well, I think he thought just like you and I did.
Second row, and I think they're almost about to come over here and join us on the commentary table. Anaya, blindsiding Killian with a shot to the jaw there, sending him into the back row of fans here. Referee's got to exercise some control here to get this match back in the ring where it belongs.
Referee is being as lenient with that count as possible.
Well, he knows these fans don't want to count out victory here tonight. They came to see a fight. They want to see this end by 1, 2, 3 in the ring.
Well, if Anaya wants to make a name for himself, he's got to take it back to the ring because he can't win the championship by count out.
Anaya just got a face full of ring posts there. Head bouncing off the apron. Killian Krowe driving Anaya's head into the hardest part of the ring, and now
look at that.
Returning the favor, sending Killian Krowe into the ring post this time.
Killian's still on his feet. That's something we should point out here.
Well, both of these are men that's hard to take them off of their feet.
Anaya rolling Killian back into the ring. Is Anaya going to be climbing that to the top rope? What does he have in store here? Oh, the big man cuts him off.
Great interception by the champion.
Killian climbing to that second rope.
Are we thinking superplex?
I'm thinking he's thinking superplex.
I think Anaya's telling him exactly where he can go with that thought.
Trying to fight it as much as he can, walking back down to that ring apron.
Oh, he's putting the arm inside the ring post.
This is the kind of vicious attack that you can expect from Anaya. This is what makes him dangerous.
I think Killian's arm was caught in that ring post, and you got to be very careful. Those bones in your arm are so fragile.
Meanwhile, taking away one of the biggest weapons Killian Krowe has, and that's that big right hand.
Not just that big right hand, but that Krowe eater.
Look at that.
What?
Plastic Anaya.
What agility.
That cannonball attack, and Killian is rocked.
I don't think I have ever in my career seen an imploding cannonball. Anaya so impressive here tonight.
Killian is down. Curious as to why Anaya didn't try to go for the pinfall. I mean, he probably could have pulled off a victory. Only a 1 count, maybe that's why.
A rare mistake by the veteran there. Driving the elbow right into the skull of Killian Krowe.
Anaya wants to dismantle the champion here at Defiant. That foot across the neck and chin area of Killian. Krowe has found himself in many, many impressive battles, on the winning side, no less. But I don't know if he's ever really faced a competitor quite like Anaya.
Absolutely. Killian Krowe trying to fight back to his feet.
Oh, and still
Crowd getting behind Killian. Shot to the breadbasket on Anaya.
Shot after shot. Killian digging down deep, trying to fight his way out, but Anaya blocks the hit.
Anaya circling him like a vulture. Knee drop right across the throat. Good for a 2 count, but not for the championship. Anaya up into a modified abdominal stretch.
Almost a sitting octopus stretch.
And now manipulating the neck.
The breaker of necks.
So painful.
Anaya twisting and manipulating the head and neck area of the champion Krowe. Killian with a big shot of his own, trying to fight his way out of this.
Crowd behind Killian. Killian drawing from that energy to back Anaya into the corner. Sending him across the ring. Anaya with a reversal. Anaya just ate a face full of turnbuckle as Killian moves out of the way. Nonetheless, he stays in control with that snapmare into the ropes.
Oh,
Right
huge
to the
kick.
temple.
That basement drop kick right to the face. That might have done it. That might be the end for Krowe. Go for the pin. What are you doing?
He's letting the fans distract him, and it might cost him in the long run. 1, 2, Killian Krowe out at 2.
Gave Killian just too much time to regroup.
Crossface.
Taunting him, showing the fans what he can do.
How humiliating would it be for Killian Krowe to have to tap out in his first title defense? Fighting with all his might to power out of the move.
Rolling back,
Pinning
1,
him.
2, yes, is this it? No.
It was almost it. Killian Krowe frustratingly close. And a drop kick from Anaya taking back control of the match as Killian Krowe hits the mat with a thud.
Killian is running off of pure instinct at the moment. And I don't know if that's going to bode well for him the longer this match goes.
And
this
he's
is
kicked out.
playing right into what Anaya wants.
Anaya going up top, perhaps sensing the desperation now.
And again, the fans have caught his attention. You have got to pay attention to your opponent. Maybe taking too much time, Skylar.
Anaya in a very delicate position on that top rope. If he falls into the ring, out of the ring, it's not good news. Killian Krowe thinking superplex. And
oh my gosh, able to connect.
we finally see a superplex connect.
But that might have taken a lot out of Killian as well.
Yes, that superplex, definitely a double-edged sword. And you got to think, it's a desperation in Killian Krowe to do such a risky move to try to get back control of the match.
Killian back to a knee, the referee up to 5. Killian back to his feet, breaking that 10 count. Neither one of these men are guys you would want to meet at a bar in a back alley. I'm telling you that right now.
Absolutely not. This is a slugfest going on, trading hit after hit after hit.
Killian grabbing that hand. I think he might have injured a knuckle or two.
Killian's a little wobbly there.
Huge shots to Anaya. Anaya.
Both of these men struggling to stand. Oh, rocked him with that uppercut.
Beautifully placed punch right across the jaw of Killian Krowe.
Anaya bouncing off the rope with a discus punch to the face and meeting each other with clotheslines.
Both men swinging for the fences here. This is what it's all about. The BPW Championship on the line, and these competitors literally swinging for the fences.
Just shows you how bad they want this beautiful belt sitting right in front of us here. And Anaya with biting the ear.
Mike Tyson called.
Was going for a Harlem sidekick there, and I think that just bounced off Killian Krowe like it was completely ineffective.
Killian pushed him off almost. Now a series of shots from Krowe, going for a body slam.
But once again, not capitalized that stall there. He could have had it. He could have had this match won, but he waited too long to make the cover.
That's that experience level. Krowe, those straps are coming down. Krowe could be looking to put this thing away.
How's he going to be looking to put it away, though? So much damage has been done to that arm. He's looking for the Krowe Eater, and he landed it.
There it is, Krowe Eater.
But did he land it with full strength? Anaya had been focused on that. See, he's shaking that arm out. I think he might be hurt. I don't think he thinks that the Krowe Eater did the job, and that's a very rare thing for Killian Krowe, as Anaya slowly getting back to his feet.
Oh, what a shot right to the back of the head of Anaya.
Drove him straight to hell with that and struggling to get Anaya over. Is it enough? It is. As Killian Krowe successful in his first championship defense here at BPW.
Match. Still, Battleground Pro Wrestling
And you gotta wonder,
champion.
as he turns back Anaya, we have Caleb Crush is standing there.
Oh, it's Caleb.
Caleb Crush, longtime mentor of Killian Krowe, as Killian Krowe see him lurking in the shadows.
Well, I don't think he looks
You might have
too
put
proud right now.
You might have put Anaya behind you, but can you put your past Caleb Crush behind you? Killian celebrating, but I don't think he sees that looming threat. Nonetheless, tonight belongs to Killian Krowe. What lies in store, whether it's Caleb Crush or any of our newcomers, any of our mainstays, you have to think that this is the man with the target on his back, and there's only one way to find out what's going to happen with Killian Krowe, as I think you just saw Caleb Crush. And that's to keep tuned here to Battleground Pro Wrestling for BPW. I'm Skylar Ashwood. This has been myself and Danger Dean. We will see you on August 30th. This has been Battleground Pro Wrestling.